Well, hi all, and welcome back to Revs IT. At the end of my first test drive video, you saw me reveal the new channel bike, the Ninja 1000 SX. And I'm still overwhelmed with it. I'm extremely impressed by it. There are many things on it that come as standard that you just wouldn't find on a similar priced bike, only on higher priced bikes. But there are one or two little things that I want to do, upgrades and changes I want to make. Now, the channel is based mainly around biking IT and technology, really. But there are some practical things I want to do as well. And the first of these is to do with the screen. Now, this is an excellent screen, don't get me wrong. It does its job very well. But at higher speeds, the airflow off the screen does tend to hit me about mid-chest. I shouldn't do that, should I, with the lavalier on? Probably hurt your ears if you're using headphones at the moment. But yeah, it hits me about mid-chest at higher speeds. It does tend, as you wouldn't normally, be pushed back a little bit. And I want to be able to be comfortable and lean forward a little bit. I want to put on here a touring screen. But if you have a look at the prices at the moment for a touring screen for a Ninja 1000 SX, you'll see they're not exactly cheap. And, well, I want to do it on a budget. I've spent a lot of money out on this already. I don't have a great deal of cash left at the moment. It'll build up over time, I'm sure. But at the moment, I'm going to do it on a budget. And I've found a way, actually, to put a genuine Kawasaki touring screen on this bike, in my case, for £35. That's about $42, $45. I'm not quite sure. And with the actual screen comes a couple of little bonuses as well. So let's get on and do that. Now, you may be thinking it's quite easy to just swap this over for a 2017, 2019 Z1000 SX screen, but the truth is that the gap between these two holes is slightly different. Although they're both 2-pin screens, the gap is just a little bit different. I think the 2017-19 screen is about 3.8 inches, whereas this is 4 inches. I'm not sure if the width gap is different as well. But if you go one step further back to a 2012-2016 screen, the holes actually line up perfectly. But of course, the 2012-16 screen has a third mounting point as well. So if I just zoom out, I can show you that. This is the 2012-2016 screen, and as you can see, it has the 3 mounting points. Now, these two actually line up perfectly, both width-wise and height-wise. But then, of course, you're left with these 2 extra holes, which you may not like. Quite easily, you could put a little grommet in there, a little bang in there to hide it. But I got a couple of ideas. First of all, you could use them to install a bar on the inside to actually mount your GPS or phone mount to, and have that protected by the screen itself from the weather. Alternatively, if you have cameras on your motorbikes as well, as I do, then you can actually use it to fit a mount for the camera, which is just there. And I could put another mount on the inside so that I could have a camera looking up at me from the inside of the screen, which I may do in the future. But, there are many things you could use to utilise those 2 extra screws. They're not actually needed, and the screen fits just about perfectly. It is a little bit close on the bottom, but if I put a little bit of felt in there, no problem whatsoever. So let's get on and fit this screen and see just how well it does fit. So the process of removing and refitting the screen couldn't be easier. It's just 4 little hex bolts, which you undo, take off, then the screen comes off and the new one goes on. And the final bolt. Now, one thing to be careful of, these bolts to have a little plastic washer. They're very important so you don't crack the screen when you're fitting it. So keep those plastic washers safe and keep them on the bolt when you refit. So then we refit the screen in the reverse order, exactly the same. Line up the hole. And as you can see, the holes are in exactly the same places. And finally, making sure I've got that washer on. Now, you don't want to over tighten these either. You'll end up cracking the screen. So a final pinch down then, not too tight. And there you go. Screen is fitted. Let's just zoom out. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. And as for the screen adjuster, if I can reach it, works perfectly as well. It is a little close on the bottom here, so as I said, I'll put a little bit of felt cloth underneath on the black plastic just to stop it actually touching it and marking it, but otherwise it fits perfectly. I've got my GoPro mount down there at the moment. I'm going to think about what I'm going to do the other side. I may put another mount on the inside, or I may use it for something else. If you've got any ideas, then please let me know. It'd be interesting to find out what you think I could use that second one for. But it is basically, I got the screen from eBay for £35, including postage, because it's just got wash marks on it really, where it's been washed a few times, and you've got those very, very fine scratch lines, which I'm going to do another video about getting them out of acrylic as well at some point. That's about half, no, it's even more than that. It's about a quarter of the price of a Ninja 1000SX screen from Kawasaki at the moment, if not more. I'll have to check that out. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see what the price is anyway. So there we go. I've got myself a 52 centimetre touring screen for £35 fitted, with the added bonus of having a GoPro mount actually included as part of the package, as it were. And this will alleviate the problem of the air hitting my chest. It'll just be flowing over my helmet now, and of course it'll keep the rain off as well. Good old Wales, forever raining. For now then, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Ride on and ride safe.